So the lockdown's going on. We need to go in the city. We had to get travel passes here. And from the Barangay Hall, we just passed one military checkpoint just right near us. I was surprised how close it was to us there. And we're about to come up on another one here in just a minute. And I probably have to put the phone down. But it's happening here again. We've been here, let's see, 6, 7, maybe 7 months, and we've never had to deal with this the whole time we was here at all. These things happened before we were here, back while we were still in the U.S. to have travel passes, permission from the barangay and all, but never the whole time we've been here. So it kind of feels weird that now here at the time we're leaving, that all this has begun again. Hello po.
Morning.
Thank you, sir. So, folks, we're here in Iloilo. We have a travel pass to come here to this QualiMed and try to schedule for the proper date, be able to do a swab test and get the results back in time before we fly to Manila. It's got to be timed just right. They cannot be older than 72 hours. So we got to see if we need an appointment or what to handle this.
This train line, they're supposed to be making it to said it's not allowed the glass.
Oh, you know what? That's the kind I want right there. That's the ones I'm looking for. We got sunglasses on, but this, thank you. But they want something for a face shield. I don't mind these. At least they're not all the way down over my nose completely. But we got to put these on. We just talked to one guy there, and the security guard, and they're sending us down to another place. But what I worried about was true. They're going to be closed on the main day that we need to have our test and results back. The day before could put our results too old, and the day after we're already on a flight going to Manila, so it's going to be tricky.
Result. Only the result, negative or positive.
Yeah, it's not showing the.
Only basic information, sir. But the brand, we did not put it on the report.
Okay, kasama nga nakaida pati ano manggid mo naman kanina sa ano naman kung ano nga brand kay basi may harap ma'am may
How
friend
come
mo
our test that we got in Manila show what brand it was?
Oo, sama nila.
Our friend's test show what brand it was.
Wala kami sa Balokan na tuting nga brand na ginagamit. Kay laboratory na.
They don't know it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
So they refuse to tell us what brand swab test they're going to use. And the reason I'm being so hard on this is when we arrived in the Philippines and we had to be swab tested at the airport back in November, our friend David was with us. And Melinda and I, we both come back negative, and David come back, even though he just arrived from the United States, he came back on his results saying that he was positive, but he's already completed his quarantine and is a recovered patient. So within 14, 15 hours, he's become a recovered patient in the Philippines. It was a crazy deal. Then we had some fellow vloggers up in Iloilo City, and a friend of ours, a subscriber and all, with them and all that. They were going to go down and go to a dive in the Philippines. And they were going to go do some diving. And they had to have tests to go on this trip. It was a group of them. Go watch his video. I'll put a link to it down below. And you watch Philly in the Philippines video about this. So they had all had to go get their tests before they could take that trip to go do this dive. Well, 5 of them took the test. 3 of them come back positive, with one of them being Brian, but yet his wife showed negative. He didn't no way believe it. So he just, none of them felt sick, none of them had symptoms. You know, you can be asymptomatic when no. So they decided to push on, and he scheduled and went to a place that gave a higher grade test, a better test. Now I don't know all the details. Watch his video. And he came back negative with a test that checks it more stringently. He came back negative. They had messed their trip up. 3 of them all stressed that they're positive, and turns out they were not. Well, watch his video about the research he did on those tests and the information he found. I really encourage you to. I'll put the link to his video down below. So thanks to that great information that Brian put out, we want to know what brand. Now, our results that we got in Manila when we arrived showed what brand. Brian's results show what brand. But this company here don't want to tell us what brand. Yeah, that's pretty alarming. Why are you going to keep it a secret what brand you're using on me that I'm paying for? So I gotta breathe for a minute. We're supposed to keep these masks on even in the vehicle if 2 of us are riding together, 2 or more, even if it's your wife, because they don't know if it's your wife or not, and they don't have time to stop every car and ask. So nevertheless, our neighbors next door that are doctors, they suggested over here at another hospital that we're going to check out. I'm going to go over there right now, but I'm finding out a few answers slowly. We're about to go in here, see what we can find out now at Metro Iloilo Hospital and Medical Center. First time ever seen it or been here, so we'll see how this one goes.
Oo,
Yeah.
ano nga brand? Kaya kinan, ano ginamon, kaya kinan. Yeah, at least they know everything.
Our molecular laboratory has the copy of the brand we use. You may call them at our hospital landline
Oh,
to
okay.
inquire for the brand.
Oo, kaya
Okay.
ginamon kayo.
You're very nice, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Take care. All right, folks, I tell you what, my good old doctor neighbor was right, man. He was right. He said the place to go is Metro Iloilo over here. I never been to it. And he said they do drive-through with your car, just drive-through testing. And get in off the street here. He said they'll do drive-through testing and you shouldn't need an appointment or nothing, just go. Well, it was true. It was true. These people here were so much more kind. Everything seemed much more organized, not so much chaos.
Yep.
I don't know how much I showed on video, because actually I didn't get to show you because they told me turn off your camera over at the other hospital at that Quali Med. I mean, security guard come quick out that door. No recording, sir, turn off your camera. And so that was the first thing I noticed, how tight they were. Then at that window they were not wanting to share information. So contrast. This place here, they didn't care. They were very kind, every person was. Sent us where we need to go. We went over and talked to that real nice girl there at that window. When I asked her the brand, she was not hostile about it at all. She went looking on their stuff right then, didn't she? Tried to find the brand, and she couldn't find a brand on their stuff there, so she said just call their number here and they'll tell you what it is. But very nice. She said no appointment needed. Just get here early on the morning of the 13th and pull up, and they'll do the swab in our car and give us results. So that's pretty cool. That's right there, exactly what we'll be doing too. I'm happy for that. So there you have it. Here in Iloilo, I think that's going to be the better choice here in our city. Now there's others that do it too. Some of them for public. The doctor was telling me last night some of them are going to be like government paying for it, like a public aid type deal, like Western Visayas. That's going to be their deal. There's Red Cross, they do it also. It's going to be according to what your situation is, if you're like an OFW or anything like that. But in our situation, as individuals that are traveling on, you know, a not mandatory flight or nothing like that, we're going to need to go to a place like this. And so far, unless anything changes and I eat my words, it seems like Metro Iloilo is the place to go, just like good old Doc said. Well, we've just been driving around trying to find a place to eat that's open. Everything's closed. Everything's closed. Or it's takeout, but all the restaurants stuff we like to go to, everything's just closed.